All right, first things first, I wanted to check out these Nav sales. I posted them on Twitter already. Like all of the suspicious activity going on with how he was projected to sell 82K. But then within those sales, 70,000 of them were pure album sales or bundles, meaning like CD sales or merch or whatever. But like, you're telling me 70,000 people bought Nav merch? No, that would never happen in my lifetime. Now, I know India's got like, I don't even know, like 10 billion people. No, I think it has a billion people, but the Billboard only counts US sales. So unless India like took out one black Amex card for the entire population of India and put 70,000 sales on it so that they could boost Nav's numbers, maybe, but I really doubt it. Or maybe I think that there was a whole situation with Cardi maybe when he dropped music that he said that he sold like 320, right? 320K. He even posted it on Twitter when Academics, I think, or Chart Data or Kurko posted the official numbers, and it came out like the 289K, I want to say, first week. But they didn't count a lot of his merch bundle sales. And so I'm thinking maybe either Billboard, because of the rule change, like disqualified a lot of Nav sales for whatever reason. We can look that up soon. Or Nav just got caught cheating in general, buying hella bundles. But regardless, even getting just 70, like, come on. We talked about this before, but even just getting 70,000 bundles, meaning that the only thing that's remaining, streaming equivalent, the only, he got 12,000, not even 12,000 streaming equivalent albums sold with his project On My Way to Rexdale. And mind you, he had a Cardi feature on there. He was supposed to have Uzi on there. What else did he have? He had like a Grail snippet by Cardi. So, you know, there's gonna be, Cardi just sold 290K. So there's gonna be some hype. It's actually the most popular song on the project if you look on Spotify. So there was some extra streams there for him, and yet somehow he still fumbled the bag. Who else was on there? Don Toliver, Cardi, Metro Boomin. Okay. And it was a low track list, like 14 tracks only, but still 12,000 copies first week. Oh my God. I said this before. He literally is going to sell less first week than Netspend's next album. Like y'all say Trippie Redd went back underground. At least he's hitting like 30K. Nav just went from like being almost 100K first week person. He gets all the features from Future, The Weeknd. He's EXO, blah, blah, blah. He's supposed to be this big artist. He got the second biggest population in the world country on his back. And somehow he's still only selling 12K. I just think that he's trash now. And all the Nav fans hate me. Maybe not all, because they probably don't even know who I am. But like, I remember every single time he drops an album, I'm like, he's a feature merchant. He's a bundle merchant. And now finally it caught up to him. He didn't have many features in this project, only 2. One with Metro Boomin. I don't know what that means. It just means he's a primary artist, but like he just produced for it, for Real Me. But now that he ain't got no features, he's done. He's done. 12,000. So I posted this on Twitter. Again, he was supposed to be projected at number 3. So I've been trying to figure out, and this is where people get the projections from. It's called Hits Daily Double. They're pretty good, pretty credible. But then when you go to Chart Data, well, here's more info. Nav has had tens of thousands of sales for his new album, filtered by Billboard. It was initially projected to sell 82K, but has not made it inside the top 10, selling less than 40K. Because yeah, if you go to Chart Data, they listed the top 10 albums. Mind you, as I said before, was supposed to be number 3. But then they posted everything yesterday. Let's see if we can find it. Not in the top 10. Who was number 1? Ariana Grande. So Ariana Grande beat Cardi. Cardi was second. Lil Durk was number 3. Lil Durk was not going to let... Maybe there's some snitches in Lil Durk's camp. Because he was supposed to be number 4, as you can see from the projections. And then he's like, you know what? We know Nav is just trying to take our spot at number 3, boosting it with bundles. So we're just gonna, slip a little note underneath the door that Nav is using an Amex Black card from the country of India, the Prime Minister. Number 4, Kendrick Lamar, blah, blah, blah. So if you go down to number 10, Morgan Wallen, he sold 45K. Meaning that Nav, to fall out of the top 10, sold less than 45K. How much Doo-Wop Kane selling? Probably more than Nav. Not actually. But this is going to be a terrible look. Like, this might be the end of Nav. I can't lie. But this means that he sold less than 45K. And honestly, I think that it might be even less than that. I think it might be, if I were to guess, the projections were like 12K streaming. So I'd almost say 5K bundles. I'd almost say like 20-ish. Give or take a few thousand. But literally, we're going to watch Ken Carson in the next couple of weeks. When is he dropping? 4/11. So this Friday, yes, we will be streaming. We will see Ken Carson absolutely obliterate Nav. It will be hilarious. Because I don't know if I've said this on the stream many times, I think. I love how, like, especially with my friends or just people who know me and who've been following me since 2015, like people I know in high school, college, whatever, they used to laugh at me for like messing with Cardi as heavy as I did, or Uzi or whatever. They're like, why are you liking these underground artists, or like artists that are from SoundCloud era? They're never going to be anything. Well, now they're beating out all of, the mainstream artists that were just propped up by fake streams. Like, I think that it's finally coming to fruition that Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Yeet, whatever, all the artists that we listen to are actually way bigger in real life than these mainstream ass rappers that are propped up and dependent upon radio play, Spotify botting, playlists, and bullshit. They just didn't understand. The thing is, I love how Cardi now just outsold everybody, including like Drake's last couple of albums, and not Kendrick, but like basically everybody. I love that, because now I'm like, okay, so y'all were calling Cardi trash the whole time, and we knew he was a beast. Jump Out 2 selling 45K. Hey, as long as Osama Son hits like 20K, I'm good with that, because then he's gonna beat Nav. I want to see a fight too. I want to see Nav crashing out on Twitter after Billboard they finally list where his album landed. Because I went to Billboard already to check. They're like a week late usually, or like a couple days. IM Music was number 1, not this past week, but the week before. So they haven't updated it to put Ariana Grande as number 1. But I want to see how far down the list that Nav goes. It doesn't put the sales here, but just hits daily double. It looks like they do too. So 45K. Number 11 would be 44. So that's where they got the 40K. Because number 10, you get the math here. It might even land all the way down. If it hits 20K, it might be like it might be only a top 25 album. That's going to be disgusting, bro. Ken Carson might beat him in his 4th week. That's how bad it might get. Having a fan base that supports you is better than playlists, but we also got to talk about this song that's going to debut in the top 10 due to payola. What song? Or are you talking about Drake lawsuit? Oh, the Drake song Nokia. I was actually talking to my friend about this a couple of days ago. And that it's almost like the music industry, everyone thought it was about streaming. And that if an artist blows up on TikTok, like, oh, give him $1 million deal, like he's getting hella streams and blah blah blah. But streaming pays so little that you might as well only like the streams don't even matter. What matters now and what's going to get you way more money, such as like what Osama Sun and Nespin are doing, they're making way more money than everybody because they can go on tour and sell tickets. Fuck the streaming. They might only be getting a couple million plays on Spotify per song. However, when they go to cities, like they will actually sell tickets to the underground audience, and that's where people are paying like $50 a ticket. Whereas to make $50 streaming, you got to get, I don't even know, like thousands and thousands of plays. You have to have thousands of streaming fans as opposed to one real life fan. So I think the people who are winning, and I think it's obvious, obviously, but you just have real fans, bro. But most of these artists do not have real fans. Like I actually don't know many real Nav fans, which is, I think, the problem. Like the fact that they're letting him, again, only hit 12K streaming equivalent albums is embarrassing. Like I might retire. If I was Nav, I might retire after this. It's all because the t-shirt drop. What t-shirt drop? You talking about like, I know that he did this before with merch bundles when it was like 2020. I want to say he dropped a V-Loan exclusive collab. And so he sold, I don't even know, like at least 50K, maybe even 100K of just the V-Loan sales that had an album bundle attached to it. And therefore they counted as album sales. Now this time, I don't know if that's even allowed on Billboard because that's kind of cheating. And too many people take advantage of that, like Travis Scott or like Nav. Nav, I feel like, is the worst perpetrator because at least Travis Scott, people still listen to him, but Nav, clearly nobody does. So I don't even know if Nav dropped a t-shirt. And the fact that I don't know if he dropped a t-shirt is also pretty clear that nobody gives a fuck about Nav. Because I listened to the album, I just thought it was mid as fuck.